Well, just last month, at least 2 federal lawsuits were filed against the city of Corpus Christi over alleged misbehavior by police officers.
And one of them involves an officer-involved shooting. The other centers around an incident last year when a man reportedly got into a struggle with police and later died. Chris 6 News reporter Nikila Pradier is in the studio. Nikila, you spoke with an attorney who filed one of the cases. He is claiming officers are using excessive force.
Katia, both of these lawsuits actually make that allegation along with civil rights violations. In the case of Gerardo Contreras, the suit alleges that he was hurt and ultimately died because of both the actions and inactions of the officers involved. In the early morning hours of March 22, 2018, attorney Chris Gale says Gerardo Contreras was experiencing some type of mental problems.
He had run to the neighbor's house, which is where it happened, and was asking the neighbor to call the police.
Officers who responded to Masterson Drive say someone reported an attempted break-in and Contreras acted erratically and resisted arrest. But Gale says that resistance was because of the man's obviously confused state. And according to this lawsuit, police ignored that and used unnecessary force, stunning him twice in the back and kicking him in the head after he was detained. Gale believes those injuries and failure to follow up with immediate medical care contributed to Contreras' death just hours later.
I would expect, and I think anybody would, is that the police are going to use some measure of force. Our concern in this case is not necessarily that they used force, but that they used excessive force.
A lawsuit by Richard Salazar alleges the same thing. He's the man who was shot by police in March of this year. At the time, officers were looking for 2 robbery suspects and said he matched the description of one of them. Salazar's attorney, along with Gale, also claimed the officers were not properly trained. And although he doesn't want to paint this issue with a broad brush,
officers, like every other walk of life, there's some good ones and there's some bad ones.
Gale hopes these types of lawsuits can change what he believes are systemic and societal issues.
They're not being filed for any other purpose than to find out what happened, get some resolution to these people, and maybe to protect people in the future.
Now, Gale also tells us he's not sure how long it will take for the courts to make it to court. In the meantime, he's waiting for autopsy results on Contreras and trying to get surveillance video from the night of the incident. Katia.
All right, Nikila, and we also contacted the city for comment on the lawsuit, and we're told that the city doesn't comment on pending litigation.